Hi and welcome to The Winning Factor. I'm Alan Aitken, and on this show each week we take a look at some upcoming races in Hong Kong and we try to isolate an element of the race that we might look back on later as having been a path to finding the winner. Well, Sunday racing this week at Sha Tin, and the first race we're going to take a look at is race 7. Our winning factor here, the tempo. Now this looks an open sort of a race, but main chances I thought the impressive last start winner, Circuit 3, Snap Fit, who has yet to miss a place in his career, Hardly Swears, coming off some impressive Happy Valley form. It's his first go at Sha Tin, and Restless Me has a chance coming back to his favourite distance, 1400 metres. And I think punters will be very keen to send out Circuit 3 as the favourite here, and let's take a look at why that is. This is his latest run. In fact, he's won 3 of his last 4, but this is his latest appearance, and you see here strong speed on, and take note of that down at the foot of the screen there, the heat map showing you that very fast sectional times early and through the middle stages of the race. In fact, the first 1,000 metres more than 7 lengths faster than average, and that set the race up nicely for Circuit 3 in the black and yellow colours. Chad Schofield giving him a relaxed run out the back, and he swamps them as they come down the home straight under a light weight and wins pulling up. Now, without analysing the times, that looked visually exciting, the win of a horse going somewhere. The handicapper certainly thought so. He put him up 12 points for that. But I do think that that fast early pace helped to flatter Circuit 3 a little bit, and that's going to be important as we come into Sunday's race, because I think this race will be run in a different style altogether. The on-pace horses here look to be Snap Fit and Flying Bonus inside, with Forza Angel coming across from wider, and possibly Relentless Me and Planet Star looking for positions just behind the speed. It might get to average pace, but I think it might even be slower than that. So we see a completely different setup this time for Circuit 3, who has an extra 12 pounds to carry, and also Gate 1 with the possibility of traffic to negotiate there. Instead, I think it's a great setup for Snap Fit, and quite similar to his first attempt at Sha Tin over 1,200 metres. And we're going to take a look at that race. And you'll note here, Team Spirit the leader. And this time on the heat map, you see it was slow pace early and just a sharp sprint from the top of the straight. And in fact, the first 3 horses around the home turn were also the first 3 horses at the finish as well. So it was a little flattering to those on speed, but it had a similar look to what we're thinking will happen over 1,400 metres in this race. So the 1,400 metres now is a new challenge for Snap Fit, but I think we saw on the map that this isn't going to be a stern test of stamina, and that should give him every chance of running out the trip. So the tip in race 7, Snap Fit. His winning factor, the tempo. I do think that Circuit 3 can win the race, but the change in tempo for him from a fast run race for a horse that gets back to a slow run race, which is going to favour horses nearer the front, I think, is going to be critical, and I think that suits Snap Fit much better on this occasion. The other race I want to take a look at is the final event, race 10. Our winning factor here, the map. Now this is a good quality race, Class 2, and we have Decrypt coming back from the Classic Mile. A very talented horse in Glorious Spectrum now with Ricky Yu, and returning after a lengthy break. We also have 3 last start winners, Super Wealthy, Superstar and Assimilate. Now all 3 last start winners there are coming up in grade from Class 3 to Class 2, and regular viewers of this show will know that I like that very much as an angle to play in Hong Kong horse racing. And we have the 3 of them here, and I thought it might be time to check in on how the up in class off a win angle is going this season, and I've compared it in this table here with the overall since September 2014. You'll see more than 16% of those horses win again at their next run, and this season doing even a little bit better than that, with close to 18% of last start winners up in grade winning again. So let's take a look at how they've been getting the job done lately, these three horses. Firstly, race 331, and this is Superstar. He's in orange and blue colours. He's a horse who gets back in the races, but he does have a very powerful finish, and he swamps them late after a good tempo in front of him and gets up to win. Race 369. And here we saw Assimilate. Now this was a slower run race. He sat in midfield, and this time you'll see him produce a big finishing sprint late in the race to just arrive on the post. And 2 races later, race 371, we saw Super Wealthy also finish too well after getting a good speed over 1200 metres. But I want you to take note of where he was early in the race. He jumped well, then Alexi Bedell had no option but to steady him back from a wider gate as the speed went through underneath him. And I think that early pace is going to be important to watch. So all smart winners, all rising in class, and with the weight drop that they get, they are all players in this race. I highlighted that early pace there for a reason from Super Wealthy, because the way this race sets up when we look at the map is a slow tempo. Position is going to be important here. We know Superstar has no early pace and a wide gate. He'll get back. Assimilate has a draw. He isn't always a reliable beginner, so midfield where he was last time is probably as good as it's going to get for him. And even Decrypt up in the weights will have to be used a bit early to get across to a suitable spot. But Super Wealthy, we saw he begins well. He should land in the right place on the map here without having to work too hard from gate 2. So the tip in race 10, Super Wealthy, his winning factor, the map. A number of good chances here, but I think that that early speed he's showing from the gates at the moment is going to put him in the right spot to win this race and continue his winning run. Well, that's it from the winning factor this week. Good luck on Sunday. We'll see you next time.